7.
And we're
Oh,
live. There it is. Apparently, there's a 7-second gap between hitting the button and actually going live. So
yeah, definitely.
now we know. Hey, everybody, it's Thursday, so it's time for Trekkers Delight the live show. I'm Keith F. Shublin, and of course, there with me, as always, is William Wofford. We're the skeleton crew this week, folks. The Trekkers Delight After Dark.
I
But
love
that
it.
should all change because next week we have brand new episodes of Star Trek Lower Decks Season 5.
I
So we're
love
here.
it.
Yeah. So we're here tonight to preview Season 5, review the trailer a bit more in depth than we did last week, talk about what people have been saying about this season, and anything that we can figure out, any TVs we can read, and share that all with you. So, William, what do you say?
I think it's time to roll that beautiful B footage.
Every other vote.
And you gotta admit, the dude that was coming down the aisle, he was kind of cute. I'd have carried him on my shoulder.
Here we are. Welcome once again to Trekkers Delight.
Like, literally, my mic falls down just as we go live. Hi, everybody.
Who you gonna be?
The captain of the Enterprise Z.
Love that baseball and the teacup. Like, clearly, TNG DS9 fans. So.
Man, that we see power rates at some point in this season.
What is going on?
The power has shit to do with the power race.
No, everybody, this is actually one of the main screenwriters for Prodigy, so we are super excited to hear from you. And
No one
also,
listen.
I'm a little embarrassed for being this critical.
Man, I really love that intro.
This was a nice touch.
He won't even look up. He won't even look up. Okay. Well,
one of these days, I will like our intro again. Today is not that day.
honestly, we're coming up on our 3rd year anniversary. 808. It's time for a new trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, a new intro. Like, it's time. Like, it's a long time.
Yeah, keep the music. Otherwise, but yeah, we're on like what 5 months of that trailer of that intro now.
I think so. I think I made it like back in May or something like that when Max came on. It was about Mayish or something like, or June or something to that effect.
Right.
But no, it says June.
After a long time of it not changing. But,
Yeah. You remember those TNG intros where it had like the echoey wording effect where it kind of just like
fifth season.
Yeah,
that was a bad choice.
Yeah, and then they just went back to this. It's giving that.
Speaking of fifth season, we're going to the 5th season of Lower Decks. Now let's recap where we were left, where the Cerritos crew was. So of course, we had a small cliffhanger from season 4, not as big as the one from season 3, where you had Captain Freeman arrested for destruction of the Pac-Led planet, and the Cerritos left without any skin, without any bulkheads. All of the ships. It's a very simple word. It's a very easy word, and it's escaping me at the moment.
I do remember they didn't have any bulkheads. They had to eject all of them out, and they can't go to warp because it'll tear them apart.
But they had to be able to get through to save the Archimedes that was plunging towards the Planet Below. So it was a first contact was the season finale below.
Okay.
So then season 4, they fixed all that, and then you had Talinda finally join them, and you had everyone getting promoted except for Rutherford, but then he got promoted the next episode. So they are all now no longer ensigns, all lieutenant junior grade.
Oh yeah, because you learned that Rutherford's had technically been offered a promotion all along. He just kept turning it down.
Yep. And then you had them going through the process of, okay, they don't live in the hall anymore, so they got to get a room, and they were going to try rooms by themselves. That didn't work out. So it ended up being Boimler and Rutherford living together, and Tendi and Mariner. At least we're implied Tendi and Mariner. I don't think we actually saw that exactly.
I don't think we ever truly found out because, like, what was her name? She was in a relationship
with Jennifer.
With Jennifer.
But
right.
That was also implied that ended.
Right.
When in the Caves episode, it's
right. That apparently that ended. Didn't that Caves really gave a hint to a finality? Is that the word?
Yeah.
Like it was like, wait a minute. Apparently at this point it's been months and they don't really hang like that anymore because they're so busy, they kind of growing apart.
Yeah, I know it happens. You just don't find time for other people, and then the relationship withers. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
So they had the issues of Rutherford and Boimler figuring out their balance of living together, especially when it comes to watering the bonsai, various other things. You had a return to Orion. The first time a Star Trek show went to Orion for Tendi's sister's wedding. But all throughout the season, the key thing that brought all the episodes together, disappearing ships. Almost every episode, we saw a ship disappear. We saw a Klingon ship. It was the Klingon ship that had been in Wej-Duj back in season 2. We saw a Ferengi ship. We saw an Orion ship. All of them disappear. So, and then it's just kind of hanging in the background. So finally, at the end of the season, they are going searching for missing Starfleet officers to try to save them from this missing ship thing. And the Cerritos is set after Nick Locarno. And it turns out, no, he's the one stealing all the ships and putting together Nova Fleet named after the Nova Squadron from First Duty, which of course we've now seen prominently in Prodigy season 2. And so the penultimate episode, Mariner's been kidnapped by Locarno, who's trying to bring her on to his fleet to basically be like his second in command and help convince the galaxy that the Federation is really either evil or inept, and that you should join him and to form a better galaxy, a better collective. And so then in the final episode, you had he threatened them with a knockoff of the Genesis device. It was a Ferengi-made Genesis device, which means it had a paywall.
I mean, that is just so ratchet. Like, it was totally Star Trek. It was totally Star Trek. That sounds like something. Who puts a paywall on a bomb?
Ferengi.
Yeah,
we did have an episode on Ferenginar with the crew. We're reviewing all the sites of Ferenginar, and that said, all these things were built up to, and of course Mariner dealing with being promoted, and we had a bit of a backslide from her. But so then finally at the end, you had the crews from the ships were found by Mariner, and the ships themselves were found after Locarno. So in order to try to free Mariner and break apart the fleet and defeat Locarno, what they had to do was they borrowed a derelict battleship from the Orions to be able to break through the special triangle shields that Locarno had set up. Now the thing is, they got the support of the Orions, but in order to get it, Tendi had to leave the Cerritos. So in the end of the final episode, We see her leaving, rejoining the Orions as the mistress of the winter constellations, and taking her rightful place in her family and in the strange monarchy that is ruling of the Orions. And so then it's everybody trying to get back on without her. And of course, Sam Rutherford missing her most, being that they are such a tight couple. They did hint at season 4 that whether or not they are a platonic or a romantic couple, and they definitely were leading towards platonic. But yeah, there's still questionable things there. And so that's where we're left. The whole crew has been, and all of our lower deckers have been promoted. Tendi is back with the Orions. So now first we have the trailer. So Will recap the trailer and show us the pictures, because I've been talking way too much.
No, honestly, that's pretty much what happened. Because I would have ran through that season 4 and forgotten so much, like so much. But I love season 4. It was beautifully, it was well done. I like the build up. I loved it all. I like how Lower Decks addresses things that the other shows kind of don't. Like when the conversation between Boimler and Rutherford right there at the helm, it looks like Tom Paris. Nah, I don't see it. Like,
he looked exactly the same. I don't see it.
They look exactly the same. I mean, I like how, I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but the Vulcan that was both a part of the Lower Decks crew on TNG and on Voyager, like, I think what was his name? He ended up.
The actor played Vulcan, but it was 2 different characters.
Right, it's 2 different characters. So someone told me, yeah, they're twins.
Yeah, Torek and Vorik, or something like that.
Right, something like that. And so I was just like, okay, they're twins. I can accept that.
Alexander Enberg is the name of the actor.
Oh yeah, I remember looking him up one day. I don't know what happened to him.
And I believe his mother was somehow in running the production.
Yeah, because I remember having like a small crush on him. I was just like, that particular episode where he had the hots for B'Elanna for because he was going through Ponfar, and B'Elanna let him have it. It's just like, I wish you would.
Yeah, he was Vorik on Voyager, and he's been into several Star Trek video games as well.
Keith, guess who's here?
Oh,
look,
Michael
shall appear.
Yeah, it was Tarek and Vorik. Okay, welcome, Michael.
Hey,
Michael.
How was everybody?
How you doing?
Both, I guess I should say.
Good. the whole Picard maneuver, just like
Tuck in your shirt. Get ready for inspection.
I mean, like, how you doing? Like,
I should be working on a presidential transition memo, but at the end of the day, I get to turn off and have a little fun at some point, and I'm having fun with you all tonight.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
It's
been a while. We missed you, man.
We missed you.
You missed all the Prodigy talk. You missed all Prodigy season 2.
So there were like two episodes that we did where I was like, I'm going to do everything I can to move hell and high water to be there. And both of them, I was like, crap. But there's apparently a new trailer that I have not seen yet, and I'm excited to talk about it and hear about it and possibly see a couple of clips.
Well, it's a minute 30 seconds, so you could watch it and we could see your reaction, I guess.
Seriously, I'm gonna put the link for you to be able to watch it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna discuss it.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Well, sounds perfect. I will dip in the back. I'll hide in the backstage for a little while and watch that clip really quickly. And then as a true cast member, a true member that is informed. Perfect.
There you
go. Good God. That's
the calendar from the Bell Riots. Yes.
Oh my God.
Of course. Why wouldn't?
Oh my God.
Why wouldn't I?
What? This happened.
Like, okay, go watch the trailer. We're going to talk a little bit here. Okay.
Go watch the trailer. Yeah.
No. You just come back when you're done watching it. So, okay. So there are two trailers that are out there. There was the the first one came out a couple months ago.
Oh.
And it was very cinematic, and it was really playing up the 5th year. That's all been building to this. Now, of course, as of right now, this is, it does not look like it's going to change, that this will be the final season of Lower Decks.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the trailer came out a week ago, and of course, we're 1 week now away from release, and there will be 2 episodes out next week. Mm-hmm. I will note that according to IMDb, Wikipedia, and, of course, the most important source, Memory Alpha, we do not have any episode titles. We don't know star dates. We don't know production numbers. We only have a release schedule. That this is going to carry us 2 episodes next week, Halloween, all through November, including Thanksgiving, and then 3 weeks into December, ending on December 19th. Which, interestingly, that's one night before the federal budget runs out.
Oh.
Well, they did a end of fiscal year was September 30th and did a continuing resolution kicking the can to December 20th. So yeah, just once we're out of Lower Decks episodes, the budget is up. Fun. And then Christmas.
Right.
So, okay. Now, of course, this came out last week. I had watched it beforehand. I had sent it to William and Jason to watch real quick. Kind of doing what Michael is doing right now. So, William, your first thoughts from having watched this trailer? We talked about it briefly last week.
Well, welcome back, Michael. Maybe I'm in denial right now.
Okay.
But I'm willing to objectively accept that. But to me, this doesn't look like a final season type trailer. Like the Caves episode from season 4 looked like a more of a final type feeling than what I got from this trailer. This trailer, and so I said before we began tonight that this just looks like a recap. Well, essentially, that's exactly what a trailer is.
Like, exactly, yeah.
It's a recap. Like, of course. And I'm like, well, yeah, I got that. Like, but I meant like it looks like a plotless, chaotic recap with nothing. And I'm not saying it's supposed to have like I know that Lower Decks is an episodic type thing. It's not climactic like Discovery was. I got it. I got that. But it just looks like some editor, and I'm looking at it from a videographer perspective, some editor just took random shit and just put it in there. And I was like, whereas my favorite trailer is still my favorite season so far has been, season 4. But my favorite trailer is that of season 2. There are times I still go back just to watch that trailer because it was so what made it so put together, and you can kind of get an idea about what the season about, even while it's still episodic. But this one, it doesn't feel like it's the end, and maybe they made it that way just in case. Well,
there's a whole issue with contracts. If you say it's the end and then you back out at the last minute, that
I know. Like I said, I feel that's why I started initially like maybe William's in denial right now. Yeah. Like maybe it's that, but maybe
in complete denial.
But it's just like it looks like someone just took like a bunch of clips and then just threw it in there. I was like,
Yeah, that's the trailer.
What?
That's a TV That's a trailer for a TV show.
I don't want to notice that it's a trailer.
Okay, Michael, your thoughts. You just watched it for the first time.
I literally just watched it. So I would like to start by saying I am so glad that Garrett Wang did whatever he needed to do and went and got on all fours and crawled back begging to whoever the Star Trek god is to be like, please. Please.
Got 2 pips.
Like, who? I don't know who you were. I don't know. I thank you, Star Trek God, for allowing Garrett Wang back and for giving him an additional pip.
So
and not even a junior pip, a full pip.
Right.
He's thinking the koala.
But no, I mean, William, I actually agree with you. I think it is kind of a conglomeration of like a bunch of clips and a bunch of things that random shots that necessarily don't string together and make sense. But that's what you expect. Like, I mean, if they gave you like in order and then gave you pictures of the glorious like final season where we're seeing the Cerritos fly off, like we're going to be like, okay, well, we know what the season's going to end with or give. Like that doesn't leave you like, we know that's coming because it's the final season, but that's not what we're here for the clip. We should be excited about it. Like, and really like be wondering and asking questions. What the hell is this giant bull thing that Boimler is riding? And why the hell is he this new found person where he's just jumping on a whole bull thing and like holding on for dear life? Exactly. Like,
well, I mean, we could take a lot of detail out of that because look at the people that are not in uniform there and look at their skin color.
Okay, clearly it's a giant Targ. It's a giant Targ, and those are Klingons.
Are they Klingons?
Are they Klingons?
Or are they Orion? Actually, no. The one on the right is a Klingon.
Okay.
I could kind of tell.
I don't really see forehead ridges.
I mean, like, look at their hair. I mean, that's...
Oh, look at the flag. That is a Klingon flag.
Where do you see a flag at?
The red right above the guy on the right.
Oh, yeah. Like I said,
those are Klingons.
That's a giant Targ.
Look at you. Well, look at you, Will.
It's a Targ. Like
a giant... Oh, a giant Targ hunt. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, again, I literally just watched it like a minute ago. But like, what the hell are they doing on Kronos?
Are they on Kronos or are they on a colony? We'll find out.
I mean, damn it, I hate it when you do that. I mean, it's true.
But yeah, and I mean, like, and it's like I have questions now, and it's like, oh my God, I get to actually see somebody riding a giant Targ. And I'm also loving all of the callbacks to Enterprise. Like, really, really excited about that. I'm not excited, and I do not think Enterprise is a good Star Trek series. I'm excited to see the callbacks. Let me be clear.
Okay.
Enterprise, you say?
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, that's the stuff.
Now that's the stuff right there.
That's it. What was the gel? I forgot what it was called.
It was the decon chamber.
Decon gel.
Yes.
Yes. We're gonna have 5 episodes essentially of the entire series that can be strung together of people just standing in blue light, rubbing gel on themselves, and call it a series.
We can assume that their transporter's probably not working, so they had to do that.
Or there's something about that the transporter wouldn't have been able to pull out. So yeah.
Or I mean, they could kind of, and this is just a crazy theory, but they could be doing some type of like universe hopping, because if we have all these Kims here, like clearly they had to come from different timelines or different universes. Well,
we definitely, in the trailer, you do see clips of what is obvious alternate dimensions.
So,
but I doubt that's going to be more than one episode. And these clips are from were expected from all 10 episodes. So
Yeah.
You would.
They may have kept the last episode a little bit of a secret. Just
Yeah. That makes sense because I've seen trailers that have shown clips from the end of movies, like the very end of a movie, and not give away, and you don't realize that they're actually giving away something important. I'm thinking most notably of Avengers Infinity War. It's the trailer started with Tony Stark sitting in the sun, looking beaten up, and you don't realize that's one of the final shots of the movie.
True. Oh my God, what if the series ends with a giant Targ hunt?
Just as long as it doesn't end with any freaking paw raids.
I'll be honest with you, I'm going to be disappointed if we see another Borg thing.
Yeah, we don't need any Borg.
We've had it. What? Well, technically, at this point, the Borg still exist. They're just on the edge of space, poisoned, getting themselves together with scraps. Like at this point in the timeline, but yeah. So because when I saw this, it didn't look like. At first, I thought it was a Borg cube, and then I realized no, it's not. It's not. Because
it's a cube, but
it's not a Borg cube. Because then I remember these things, and I was like, yeah, that's not a Borg cube. I don't even know what this is.
That is, well, we'll find out, but that is interesting.
Right.
And I see another Klingon in Starfleet.
What?
Yep. Well, you think it might be a Klingon, it might be somebody else.
With those ridges?
I mean, the hairline is a bit more forward, so
the B'Elanna's brother.
True.
That's B'Elanna's brother, Jed.
Okay.
Apparently, because I'm doing something, I have to step away and let out my dog. Be right back.
Okay. Have fun with that.
All right. So, what did you like about this trailer, Keith?
Well, we know that they did the interconnected story last year, and Mike McMahon has said, we did that. We're not doing it again.
Oh.
Which means there's a chance it might be done again, because he could be lying.
Yeah.
Because showrunners do lie from time to time. I say that mainly from being a Doctor Who fan. But they did episodic for the first 3 seasons and then tried. It could be like what they did with Enterprise season 4, where it's little arcs, where it's like 2 or 3 episodes go together and then. But if it's episodic, that's great because that's back to TNG and to a degree Deep Space Nine and Voyager at points, and of course original series and animated series. Mm-hmm. Prodigy was one big story interconnected, even though each story, some of them could have stood alone.
Yeah, some of them.
And Discovery, of course, everything was connected.
Right.
So, same with Picard.
Right.
But it shows there seems to be a lot of interesting ideas, and just as we saw some wonderful ideas from all over the history of Star Trek brought together in Prodigy Season 2, hopefully we see something similar. But not exactly the same, but to the same degree with Lower Decks Season 5.
Do you think that that's what they're doing here? Kind of like going over the storylines they wanted to go over in short episodic spurts. Kind of like how they did with the last season of Enterprise.
Well, with the trailer or just with the
season as what just predicting wise, like.
Well, did we know? Did they know when they were writing it that it was going to be the final season? We have reason to believe that maybe they did. So, let's see. Mike McMahon stated in an interview with the Verse podcast that season 5 was written with the intention of setting up possible future projects, saying, the ending of season 5, it is the ending of a chapter that I knew I wanted to do. There are things that happen in it. I'm being very careful that are sort of setting up spin-offs and setting up backdoor pilots. These characters I'm introducing that you'll see clearly I wanted to do more with. So, and I've heard this a few times stated in interviews with him. Like there are people introduced purely for spin-off bait.
Right. That's right. We are supposed to. Okay.
And we know we're getting a live-action comedy series written by Tawny Newsome. So whether it's a spin-off of Lower Decks, we will find out. But it could be.
I don't think live-action comedy will hit.
I don't know. Section 31 seems to be getting attention.
Well, we don't know what's going to be yet. I mean, we've had one trailer for it, and it's really hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a live action comedy Star Trek. I mean, first of all, count me in. Second, like what? Don't act.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, even if it's bad Trek, we're gonna watch and
rewatch.
Yeah. But
of course, we're gonna watch.
Alexander Rozhenko, so I can be as clumsy as I want to be. That's all. I want to be that on Legacy. That's all I want to be. Just please. Like I'm down for any character, but I feel like I would make a great modern Alexander Rozhenko. I feel like I would.
Well, one thing we know, we're not going to tie in like what Prodigy did in the end of season 2, tying into the beginning of Picard, because Lower Decks is set between Voyager and Prodigy. So, if anything, it might. It would be kind of stretching it if it were to tie in any way to the Romulan evacuation or to the incident with the living construct from the end of season 1.
This is after the You Know What movie.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because Riker and Troy are on the Titan Titan OG right now. The Titan, yeah. So, right. The only thing we don't really know what's going on between the flashbacks of Picard and Prodigy and the end of the You Know What movie. Yeah. This is it.
Well, no, we do because we have Lower Decks.
Because we have Lower Decks. That's what Lower Decks is for. I keep forgetting that part.
Now it is what.
Keep going. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just someone they released some of the artwork from Prodigy season 2, and you're able to zoom in on the background of the one of the screens, and it showed a crew roster for the ship that we saw. Not the Daedalus. What was it? The Dauntless. That was Janeway's ship in season 1 of Prodigy. And when you zoom in on their chief, their tactical officer was Tuvok. Even though we didn't see him on the bridge, their head of security was Harry Kim. And he was listed as Lieutenant Harry Kim there. So that was like obscure background artwork in the second half of season 1 of Prodigy.
I wonder if somebody was just trying to be funny.
I think definitely.
It reminds me of when in the alternate timeline, before Year of Hell, Neelix was a security officer.
Yeah.
I was like, are y'all?
Well, he always buddied up with Tuvok because they were so opposites.
I think Tuvok lost a bet, and then he just had to make him a security officer. So,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure, because ain't no way in hell Tuvok would willingly no.
Okay. So what is it you want to see from this final season of Lower Decks?
I'm gonna let y'all go first on this one. I need to think.
I think I would like to see Tawny Newsome grow up and really just kind of be the badass leader. Like, find her like sea legs as a captain or as an actual command officer. Mm-hmm. I was watching Star Trek Prodigy maybe like 2 days ago at like 3 a.m. Don't ask. And I'm just like, I loved to see especially when they were kind of in the pre-academy phase, like all of the growth and how they kind of like took that growth actively through the actual series. And, you know, last season, we really saw a lot of opportunities where all of them as characters really, it kind of culminated with Mariner really just saying, hey, this is the trauma that I'm dealing with, and I now need to get over it. And so I would love to see for them to see them say, okay, this is how she balances being the funny, comical character and still being a leader. No, she's not going to be leading the Enterprise, but she herself could be a support ship captain, maybe even somewhat of a tactical captain, and really be a badass. Because we saw that in season 2 when she was with I forgot her name, but the other captain that she was with from the Academy that had come on with the British
Ramsey.
Ramsey, thank you. And so, like, let's figure out how to like create that balance and have her character be more alive and more vibrant in series to come as we continue to enter this new golden age of Trek.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm calling it that because we have all these Trek characters or all these Trek shows coming out. Let's keep.
I've been calling it that for a couple years now, man. You just saying this what I've been saying.
Keith, what do you want to see?
I wouldn't mind seeing another promotion for a couple of them, maybe. I would like. I agree with you, Michael. We need Mariner to grow the F up. Enough of this self-sabotage, doubting yourself. You need to grow up and act. You know, we get that you're going to be the Maverick. That's fine. You could be a Maverick and still be responsible. We all know John McCain.
Hey.
She needs to finally show some responsibility. And we know she can because we see it in spurts. It's right. Just, I mean, there's hints of stuff there. Oh, there's something.
Not they figured out how to get Janeway into lower decks.
No.
That is not what?
No, that's not Janeway. No. That's not the salamander babies. No, look at what uniform Boimler is wearing.
That's Section 31 Boimler.
No, that's not Brad. That's William.
Yeah.
I think my salamander reference was very good, and there should have been a laugh. No. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
I refuse that laugh.
I was smiling.
I'm just going to leave it at that. And, you know, it's hate like that makes me feel like maybe I should take another long pause.
Like, why are you reverse gaslighting? Like, that's like reverse gaslighting. That doesn't work on it. You're talking to me. You're talking to the skeleton crew of Trekker's Delight. We kind of already don't.
No, William, you had it absolutely right. It is reverse gaslighting. That's called shade. Yeah.
Anywho, this thing
that is not a salamander.
Not a salamander. For a brief second, I thought it was like an evolved Moopsie or something. Which I know Keith. Right. So, like, look at it. See what Keith has, and then look at this thing.
It could be.
Like this evolved Moopsie that knows how to talk now.
Could be. Are you not afraid? Keith? Are you not afraid of Moopsie waking up in the middle of the night and drinking your bones?
Nah, this Moopsie's cool.
Okay. You keep him well fed?
Yes, of course. No, I mean, the great thing, Moopsie was such a wonderful one-off in season 4. There's no way you could bring Moopsie back like they did Peanut Hamper.
Yeah.
In a much more, much better than how they brought Peanut Hamper back.
Oh, that bitch.
Yeah.
Not destroying civilizations.
Yes. Well, no, he could destroy civilizations, but not doing it in an annoying way.
Just like you release the Tribbles and the Klingon ship, release Moopsie to the Borg, you know? See what happens.
I don't know.
That would be very dangerous. An assimilated Moopsie?
Yeah, because Moopsie's going to get assimilated. Those Borg will work even if they don't have bones.
That's like exploring the question, can you assimilate a changeling? You can't. The best thing you can do is work with them.
Can you?
Assimilate a changeling? No.
Yeah. Why not?
Because the nanoprobes are just going to go right through the goo, and the goo is just going to spit it out. Like
nanoprobes.
Nanites.
Yeah, I know, but they are.
I know they're nano.
Man.
Right. Yeah. Like, well, if they can get sick, if an entire race can get sick,
yeah,
then that means
I think there's a reference somewhere where they actually tried to like assimilate changelings, and the changelings were just like not susceptible.
Well, we know from Picard season 3 that the Borg and the changelings were working together.
Yeah. But I think there was another reference somewhere. It was like a random reference about assimilating changelings. Was it? It might have been a book reference.
I think it was a book.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. What's the book where? Sorry, Bailey's.
I'll be honest with you. Today. The only books that William has ever read were graphic novels and autobiographies. I have not seen any of the other books.
You need to read more, man.
I do.
But there was the book where Kirk came back alive and was like fighting the Borg, and I thought there was
the return, right?
Return,
yeah. But I thought there was a reference to them.
The Borg reanimated Kirk. The Borg brought Kirk back.
And then we see a little piece of that in Picard season 3. Like there he is. Yeah. So let's do this. Oh, wait. Hey, okay, because I've actually watched a bit of TOS, I recognized where this reference was from right away. Like, you remember when Bones accidentally injected himself and then he went crazy for a whole episode?
City on the Edge of Forever, one of the greatest episodes of television of all time.
Right. Went back in the past, screwed some stuff up. I'm sure Boimler won't go. Well, Boimler already went back to the past. But he just, something just happened. He just, and his eyes just looked like that. It reminded me right away of Bones. Like, okay. And don't really know what's going on here, but Tendi is being the absolute badass.
Well, we know we're going to have at least one episode of Tendi being a badass Orion.
Right. I just think Tendi, it's just time that they announced that her future is the chief of Starfleet security, and or she's going to go and run like the security program at Starfleet Academy. She just kicks too much ass.
Yeah. Well, thing is, she kicks ass, but she's a scientist, and she wants to be a scientist. So putting her in security is basically you're doing the same thing they tried to do to Rock Talk on Prodigy in season 1.
It's giving a cross between Janeway and Worf.
It's given Starfleet needs her in security.
I mean,
the science of security. Here we go.
Isn't she the first Orion in Starfleet?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And
No, well, I'm gonna say we had at the end of season 2, you had Boimler leaving.
Yes.
And came back. It took off one episode until he was back. Well, 2 episodes and he was back on the Cerritos. How long is it going to be until Tendi is back on the Cerritos?
Oh, she'll be back by the 3rd episode. I honestly, it's been a consistent thing. Even when they arrested Captain Freeman, she was back the 1st episode. Right. It's like, what? These cliffhangers don't really work for us anymore. It's like if they're going to keep bringing. Well, I understand traditionally, kind of like with not All Good Things, The Best of Both Worlds. You cut it at a moment, and then you spend the next season addressing, you get Best of Both Worlds Part 2, you get family, you get, other episodes pretty much addressing the trauma that Picard went through, stuff like that. Lower Decks doesn't do that. I'm not saying it should do that. I'm saying that it's kind of gotten old with leaving us with a cliffhanger that you're already going to solve by the first 10 minutes of season of the.
Well, that would be one hell of a way to end the series, with a good cliffhanger and be like the new spinoff.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously we're going to watch it.
Okay. But all in all, from the trailer we've seen, from what we've heard, and I didn't even get to Gabrielle Ruiz's quote. That's T'Lyn saying that the guest star list is sick, okay? The people that are coming in that said yes to do it, she squeals. I'm just squealing for everybody to find out. And there's some additional good girl hang again with T'Lyn and Mariner and Tendi. They let us have that again in a very, very different situation. And I think that episode, it all happens in that same episode. And I can't wait for that specific episode to air, because I think it's the best one. It's written the best. The guest star list is the best. The dynamic of us trio of girls doing the thing is so much fun.
Not they brought Aaron Wolke in to write a good episode.
Well, they have pretty good writing crew for Lower Decks already.
They do. I was just being funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, frankly, I mean, from what we know, Aaron Wolke is one of the best writers on current Star Trek. So, put him in command of anything he wants. Him and Terry Matalas. See, there's more Klingons there. Okay.
Oh, they look like the two Klingons. If you look at the outfits, they look like the Klingons with the Targs. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
There you go.
See, it's hard to pick out this stuff watching it, even if you watched it multiple times. Oh, more Orions. Oh my God, that's right. They had the original Orion Commander uniforms that you saw in the animated series. I love that they continue to call back to the animated series.
Beautiful call back. Yeah.
They really paid attention. I think they went, I don't know where they went. No, this is like after they got done. I think they were like skiing or something. Hold on, because I got this right here. No, it's different.
No.
But anyway,
that looks like they were in Citation Ops.
Citation,
excuse me.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Citation Ops.
So what?
Well, somebody got to write this.
When they kept the sheep's bibliography. Yes.
Yeah. Poor Boimler. This is clearly not a holodeck.
But what species is this?
I don't know.
I don't know. A humanoid tribble.
No.
Just no.
Well, Rock Talk has already figured out how to make tribbles not replicate anymore, so they're going away.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we see Boimler continuing to try to buddy up with Ransom.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people talking that they want to see more of Billups' home world. The Renaissance Fair world. Yeah. Follow up on that for season 3.
I don't even know what it just says in the subtitles. Rutherford and Boimler screaming. It
looks like almost shrimp on his head.
Yeah, and that is shrimp. Yeah, you can see the tail.
That's either shrimp or gach, and then that's
shrimp. It looks like don't have tails.
Yeah, that's right. They don't.
It looks like it's supposed to be a shrimp cocktail that's gone wrong. But
yeah.
That's almost anime style of the animation there. The way they're screaming.
Actually,
the shape of the mouth.
I don't know if it transitioned over, but I did see a scene of both Rutherford and Boimler. They had Trek inspired cocktails, and it was shrimp. And I guess something happened in the previous scene. I don't know.
Okay.
But then we get this. I don't know who she is. Do we know her?
No.
New ensign.
Yeah.
Because I don't recognize the feather type deal on her head.
Laurel.
Right.
It's a Laurel.
Oh, the Laurel. Okay.
And so yeah, it's a new crew member, and then
right. Yeah, it's a new crew member. I guess they're maybe they were coming down reminiscing over their old bunks, and then they see new people, because it's like at this point you see Mariner with 2 pips.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, yeah, this whole season they should both still have 2 pips.
Yeah.
Right.
They should also have 2 pips, and nobody should be getting demoted.
Yeah, no one should be. Yeah, and then this is just that, and that, and then more, and this the promotion scene.
Yeah, see, that's from season 4. That's
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
California.
that was the
class.
promotion.
California class. Oh, I forgot this photo right here.
Oh yeah, that looks. See, that kind of looks like a reminder of the episode where the Seven's nanites got connected with the Doctor's mobile emitter and created one, the super Borg for the
24th
future.
century Borgs.
29th century.
9th, yes. But my thing is, I'm thinking, why is this not like an android? Like some type of android? Like a soon android type advancement?
It's Rutherford.
Okay.
Nothing he creates is going to look pretty. Not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's like
because
not.
clearly, I mean, he built it himself. I mean, he's sweating to high heavens.
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure if he built it himself. I feel like it's just something that kind of went weird. Like maybe it is an android and then half its skin is gone. Because that's kind of like a callback to Data in First Contact,
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Right. And so like something maybe might have happened. Like and I don't know where the little arm came from, but
the fact that the little arm is coming out and not the actual arms on the side.
Well, that just reminds me of what was it? Total Recall, that little thing that was coming out and it just
what?
What? Watto, the guy had a mutant that was attached to his stomach.
Yeah. I'm like, because I saw the meme. Have you seen the meme where they showed all the Trek actors that was in Total Recall and they said this is just a holodeck simulation?
Oh yeah.
I feel like everything is now a holodeck simulation. We're just waiting. All we're doing is waiting for us to really get to Trek life.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the uniform that was in the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was the other one where you had
but with the symbol.
Okay, yeah, the symbol, yes, but the other one where you saw the guy she was fighting, that was the Orion Commander uniform from the animated.
Okay. And then we get a speeder type deal, which they look like they're at some sort of celebration type deal.
And it looks kind of like a giant phaser in a way.
Honestly. Okay. It's giving Star Wars, but cool.
Very much so.
Oh yeah. And this is back to that uniform. Okay.
Yeah, that guy. That's the animated series Orion.
And when our Boimler Mariner not getting into trouble. And I when I zoomed in on this photo right here, it looked like some sort of monkey or a primate type deal. If you look on the right side,
something is going on. Yeah, what's on the screen? What's on their pads? And where's Shax?
Where is Shax? Because that ain't him.
No.
Huh? Where is Shax? Have we seen Shax at all? Hold on.
Shax has come back from the depths of hell once. He will come back again.
Oh, definitely. Then we get this gel here, which
but the Paul reference, which is great.
Oh God, I swear to God, if we find ourselves in a time travel episode and they take us back to These Are the Voyages,
oh God, no.
Been a long time.
I will watch it just to see how much everything burns. I just want to see, and I think all the photos, other than this cube and spherical thing that I do not recognize at all, other than the thing that remember was chasing the Enterprise in TOS, and it was like this geometric shaped thing that just kept following them no matter what speed they were going.
That was in the Corbomite maneuver.
Right. Other than that, I don't know what those things are.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we're still in for a lot of new stuff, a lot of new opportunities, a lot of new learning, and a lot of advancement in the overall universe of Trek, which is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And I will admit one thing I really do appreciate about Lower Decks and about Star Trek series overall that they've been doing is finding a nice way to weave in new characters, but also giving the backstory to all of these species that we really have been connecting with and seeing over time, but really didn't get to know. Like, for example, Orions, like we've been seeing Orions for forever, and we never knew anything more than they had naked women that secreted pheromones, and they believed in slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have mind to like check out the men down there, you know, for vacation.
Yes,
We were doing so well.
Like I'm being look.
We were doing so well.
Look,
so well.
I'm just saying.
Keith had to pick up his phone and call for help. Listen,
no, please don't call Marie on me. Please don't call Marie on me. She I feel her putting me in timeout right now. Like, but I'm just saying, for like half a day, I just want to, for research purposes, I just want to go down there and just check out things, you know, and maybe keep a phaser on me so they won't like, you know, take me. Like,
you gotta get in good with the women because the women run the whole society.
Oh, I'm good with that. I can do that. That's easy. Like, whoa. Maybe human women. I don't know about Orion women. They might slap me a little bit. I don't know. Like, your jokes are not appropriate here. Okay, wrong planet. Maybe I should just go to Risa and just chill for a bit.
Or they could be. I wonder if their pheromones would work on you.
Oh, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work for Jack. It wouldn't work for Jack. No, I think that's why they would be mad. Like, it was just like, you heard of same-sex relationships, right? Do y'all know? Is that not a thing here? If it's not a thing here, I'm accepting. Like, I'm very accepting, but I'm just, you don't even have to like me, but it's not, I'm just gonna look at you, bro. I'm gay and an Aquarius. It's just not gonna work. Like, it's just, anyway. Are there any other news pieces or anything, Keith?
All right, let's go through the news list. All right, first up, we have Bid Long and Prosper. Your chance to pick at your own piece of Star Trek history November 9th at the Infinity Festival in Los Angeles. William Shatner will be on board with the event as they have several items from Star Trek over the years available for bid, including, I think, a few things from Deep Space Nine. But they have original series communicator and phaser, valued at $100,000 to $200,000. The helm and navigation console from the original Enterprise. We have a Deep Space Nine miniature, estimated $50,000. Picard's casual duty uniform from season 6 and 7 of TNG. Kirk's burnt yellow velour tunic and command bridge trousers from original series. The Titan dedication plaque from season 3 of Picard. So that's the Titan A. The Doctor's mobile holo emitter from Voyager.
Hearing that just makes me want to be rich.
And that's only estimated between $400 and $600. So that's reasonable. And then the goggles that were worn by the miners on Rura Penthe in Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country.
Oh my God.
So you can go to juliansauctions.com. Now, that's not Julian Bashir. That's a different Julian. And they have all the items listed there with the estimates. And that will be November 7th to 8th at the Infinity Festival at the Astor in Los Angeles, California.
I'm not rich yet.
So I have to figure out how to set essentially $1,000 aside to go bid on the mobile emitter and then I have to also book a flight because I can't just have the mobile emitter without him having like signed it. So like,
is this being are these proceeds being donated to some cause or something? Like,
oh, I closed the window already. You should have asked the question before I closed the window. William, come on.
I'm sorry.
I get that back.
If rent wasn't a thing, I would be all over it.
Listen, if I didn't have to pay rent, if I didn't have to pay this mortgage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So screen.
What is? I mean, what is?
I'm not seeing it.
You're not seeing it.
I'm not seeing where the proceeds are going to. So
I wonder why they're doing this then.
But what is one item from Star Trek that you would spend money on? The mobile emitter for sure for me.
See, I'd want a tricorder, but I want it to work.
Thank you. I want it to actually work. Like, otherwise it's just gonna be a hunk of plastic that's just gonna bend until it caves in on itself.
Yeah, like there's the new one that we were talking about a couple months back. That's going to be a few $100s and will actually be able to do some stuff. But I want a real working tricorder. I always had the idea of there was you've had over the years the idea of like being able to step into TV shows. Like there was an episode of the show Red Dwarf. Either you guys watched Red Dwarf from the BBC?
I know of it.
It's sci-fi show, comedy sci-fi show that was hilarious. In one episode, they enter a region of space where they found that whenever any pictures come alive, and so they started projecting these pictures up on the wall and then walking into them. And so, like, it's the one guy, the stiff, annoying character. It's showing a picture from his brother's wedding, and the main character, who's a bit of a slob and very freewheeling, walks into the picture, punches out the brother, and kisses the bride to be, and then walks back out again.
That's hilarious.
And then they find that they actually are stepping into the picture. Going back in the past, it's not just going into the picture. And I was just thinking how if I could like do that, but walk into any movie. Actually, Last Action Hero would be the better thing of being able to walk into a movie or TV show. And I would love to go into Star Trek and just do what Rasmussen did in that episode TNG, try to steal stuff.
Yes,
but a phaser is fine, but I really want that tricorder, man.
Honestly, I can think of it's hard. Okay, so I have to say, I'm actually glad you brought up this question. Whenever, and I don't know if y'all have experienced this or not, have you ever experienced friends, maybe family, who know your love for Star Trek? And they don't really know Star Trek like that. But so what they do is they give you like little possible collector items or mementos or ornaments to hang on a tree, something like that. Okay. Well, even for me, I appreciate it because I know it's from the heart. Therefore, I keep it. But if you were to ask me what I want what they used on set. Like, I want a comm badge, not this oversized one that looks like the off-brand shoe. You remember that episode in Voyager where she was trying to pretend to be Janeway, other dude was trying to be Tuvok? That is what a Star Trek fan comm badge looks like today. Like, I can't know. Like, I would like to also have like the phaser rifle from the First Contact Sovereign era. Like, love that. I think having the bio bed on Voyager and First Contact would be so cool. Like, even though it's clearly the same bio bed. Like, that is awesome. Like,
I feel like Star Trek is like, we're gonna save $1. Let's reuse some of these.
Oh, they definitely did. But like, there is one. There's not even a full scene in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, in engineering. They just put Jimmy Doohan in the Next Generation engineering set. Seriously, he just went because it's just him staring at the warp engine as they're going into warp for this final mission.
I am going to watch this again because I know that in the corridors, the hallways, or it's clearly TNG inspired, and so in my head, I'm thinking that we're getting closer to TNG. That makes sense. I did not notice the engineering. I got.
Yep. They did not build their own sick bay set. They just took Voyagers.
Shout out to Cost Containment. Shout out to Cost Containment. Shout out to keep
Arbitrage. Arbitrage, my friend. Arbitrage. Yes.
Bro, are they? Does it really cost that much to? Well, I guess, you know what, if you think about it, it's not like they know they're gonna make a next film. Like, it's not like they know, so it's not like they can just keep the set there. They have to break it down.
Discovery season 2 was supposed to be 13 episodes, but they spent so much money building the Enterprise bridge that they said, let's make a whole nother episode and take the money that we spent on one episode and split it between 2 so it costs less. And then, of course, they're like, but don't throw any of this stuff away. And 6 months later, they announced Strange New Worlds.
Huh.
We got Strange New Worlds because they already built the set.
Huh.
That makes sense, though.
Huh.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder why we get Legacy, because they already built the set. But the funny thing about that, the Titan A's bridge is the exact same bridge that you had on the Stargazer in season 2 of Picard.
I mean, well, yeah, they redressed it a little bit.
They turned out the lights. They turned out the lights. Is what they did.
They turned out the lights and moved and added and took away a chair, I think. Added a chair.
But yeah, I don't think I remember. I don't remember the Stargazer's bridge. I don't have that in my mind. Does that make me a bad Trekkie?
No, that just means that you blocked out Picard season 2, which
I have blocked out Picard.
Okay. All right. Continuing to the news list, I don't say anything where it says where the money's going to, so hopefully it's something good. Okay. If you did like the music for season 5 of Star Trek Discovery, the soundtrack will be out on October 18th. Let's see what else was I seeing. Last week I brought up the fact that you can no longer watch the 10 original Star Trek movies on Paramount Plus that they had left for MGM Plus and Prime Video. Well, they're back. They were gone for a week, but they're back. But so now you can watch them on Paramount Plus and MGM Plus and Prime Video.
I feel like there's just more and more streaming consolidation starting to happen. So,
yeah. If you're a fan of the show After Midnight, which is the CBS late night show that follows the late show with Stephen Colbert, hosted by I'm blanking on her name.
Yeah, blonde hair. I see her face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see clips from her all the time, and darn it. But this week on Tuesday, you had the cast of Lower Decks. You had Eugene Cordero, Jerry O'Connell, and Tawny Newsome. And from what I have only seen a little bit of it, it looked like it was very good.
Taylor Tomlinson.
Oh, Taylor Tomlinson, yes. Okay. And also on that show, Jerry O'Connell's wife, Strange New Worlds' own Rebecca Roman, also appeared. So you had 4 Star Trek actors on After Midnight on Tuesday night. We mentioned Garrett Wang returning for Lower Deck Season 5. He also shows up in a clip now released from To the Journey, the making of Voyager documentary. They released a clip this week.
Oh, To the Journey. I remember that.
Showing Garrett Wang driving around set with in a golf cart. Now, this was a crowdfunded campaign. They raised $1.2 million, way more than they needed to. So 455 Films, the team behind the 2018 documentary "What We Left Behind" by Deep Space Nine, spending the last few years focused on bringing the story behind Voyager to life. Film combines new interviews with cast and crew, along with contemporary footage as well as HD remastered footage from Voyager, like they did with the DS9 footage in the previous one. Full trailer will be released in November at a backer screening on November 7th on the Paramount lot. So if you gave money to that campaign, you should be getting your invitation above a certain level, of course. And you'll be able to see it either on November 7th at the Paramount Lot in Hollywood or at the Peter J. Sharp Theater, New York City on Veterans Day, November 11th, or if you're in London, at the British Academy of Film and Television on November 21st.
Nothing just over DC.
Dude, it's Hollywood, New York, and London. I mean, I can understand skipping DC there.
I disagree.
There are backer tickets still available for the New York and London events. The New York screening will feature Kate Mulgrew introducing the film. Other special guests for New York include Terry Farrell, Robin Curtis, J.G. Hertzler, and George Takei. Tickets are $200, and you can receive them online. And it's a short video from Garrett Wang introducing the screening. All right, now this will be the full documentary. This isn't the trailer. This is the full documentary.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to say just to see the trailer.
Yeah, but the trailer the clip that is out is called A Trip Down Memory Lane. Mm-hmm. Garrett Wang, Bryant Fuller, and Lolita Fajo as they take a tour of key Voyager locations on the Paramount Lot. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, Brian Fuller, that's the man who created Discovery. He pitched and sold Discovery and then left after completing the pilot. So interesting to see him as part of that. Of course, he went on to make Hannibal, the Hannibal Lecter TV series.
Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Please don't go. I will have to say that a non-Star Trek actor came out in support of a certain former president's campaign to reclaim the presidency, and people started throwing shade on him. His son then came out and said, Harris Walls all the way, vote blue, everybody. And that would be Jack Quaid, everybody's favorite ensign, or Lieutenant Boimler. Came out showing that he is not like his father.
Dennis is a Trump supporter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Okay.
But now and if you didn't realize, Jack Quaid is the son of Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan. Yeah. And then I think what else? Okay, Fanholm, who is now taking over the little starships at New York Comic Con, has released their schedule of what's coming out. So first up, we get the Titan A from Picard series season 3, available soon for $45, followed by the Stargazer from Picard season 2, then the Farragut from Strange New Worlds season 1, the Enterprise F from season 3 of Picard in a larger 270 millimeter size, then the Helios 13 from Picard season 13, that's Crusher's ship, the Shrike from season 3 Picard, a Luna class Titan from, it says here Picard season 3, but no, that was from season is that season 1 of season 1 of Lower Decks. And then finally we'll get the USS Enterprise G, a larger version of what was, of course, the Titan A, the 270 millimeter model. So yeah, October is the Titan A, November the Stargazer, December the Farragut, January the larger Enterprise F, February the Helios. It says here 12. I thought it was 13. Oh, it must be 12. I'm sorry. I swore I thought it was 13.
Did we ever see where did we see the Enterprise G, or is that just
the Titan A was rechristened the Enterprise G at the end of Picard.
Oh yes.
So the April is the original Titan. May is the larger Enterprise G. In June we get the Excelsior 2, seen in Picard season 3 and season 2. That's
very clean.
So that's picked up a new Excelsior, NCC 42037. Then we have the Dauntless from Prodigy season 1 coming in July. the Archer from Strange New Worlds Season 1. That was the ship shown in the pilot episode of Strange New Worlds, where it's just a you just have the star drive section and the saucer, no separate engines like. Then we have the Voyager A, which just featured in Prodigy Season 2 coming in September. The Harlan from Season 3 of Picard on October. The Archimedes from Lower Decks Season 2. That was the ship that it's a beta class, but it looks like an offshoot of the Excelsior class. That was the ship that Sonia Gomez was captain of that was about to crash until Cerritos saved them. Trumbull, the Trumbull, the Duderstadt class ship from Season 3 of Picard in December of 2025. In January 2026, we finally get the Protostar. Took forever on that. February of 2026, the Gagarin from Picard Season 1. March of 2026, the Gregory Jean from Picard Season 2. April 2026, we get the Drexler from Picard Season 3, named for Star Trek designer Doug Drexler. And then the last one, May 2026, the Aledo, the Texas-class automated ship from the season finale of Lower Decks Season 3.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
That was actually a cool ship.
Now, if you sign up for the subscriptions, it's $45 a month. If you want to buy it separately, it's $64.99 for the Titan A, plus $5 for shipping.
I'll see where my funds are for the.
I always feel like it's a little petty when places charge for shipping. I just feel like it's just a little petty.
A little.
And then the other things I saw were Star Trek, I had it up here. The original series set tour announced their support of a Patreon for Beta 5 Productions. They took the book, The Making of Star Trek, by Stephen Whitfield and Gene Roddenberry, and recorded an audiobook. And it's read by Darren Doctorman. It's 11 hours and 45 minutes, and it will soon be released, available to contributing subscribers on Patreon. So Beta 5 Production, taking one of the oldest books in Star Trek, on the making of Star Trek, now available as an audiobook. Then, and my final bit of news, Titmouse, the animation studio that's created Lower Decks, announced, yes, their t-shirts for Season 5. Subscriptions are now open. If you sign up for the full subscription, you get not only the 10-episode tees, but an additional bonus tee designed by Tawny Newsome herself. Plus, they have 3 additional tees designed by Jack Quaid, Noel Wells, and Eugene Cordero. And as they say in the email here, and this may be hard to believe, but they took their jobs very seriously. So that's, you sign up for the monthly thing, you get 11 designs. If you buy them individually, like I have, and I know Michael has, you only get the one, and it's like $25 a piece. But you can sign up now. You have to sign up before Halloween.
I did the season subscription.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. Just knock it out.
Yeah, I don't have the disposable income to do the season subscription. But yeah, it's $250 and you're good for the entire season, or $25 a piece, and if you're buying them separately. But they're good quality shirts. I've been happy with the ones I have. I have the Deep Space Nine one. I have the Moopsy one. I have the Phoenix from when they went to Bozeman in Montana. All right, we are way over now.
I mean, it was good. You know, it was good.
Yeah. Well, Michael was here. We had to make sure that Michael got a chance to speak.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we missed you, Michael.
I feel appreciated. You know what? And I'm even gonna try and come back again.
Don't jinx.
Well, I mean, okay, if you want to, but you don't need to.
I mean,
don't want to wear out your welcome, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
No, I have honestly missed you all. I've missed talking about Trek. I've missed being engulfed in the life. So I'm really glad I came, and I will try next week to be back as well. Yeah, I do have some travel coming, a lot of travel actually coming up for work again, but I will try my best. And even if I'm in different time zones, I'll try to warp back to you all as soon as possible.
As long as you're not trapped in the back of some Uber again.
Oh, let's not relive the bad times.
Yeah. And
let's go.
While we're here, what were you doing up at 3 a.m. watching? Like, we'll have to talk offset. I literally had like a little mini breakdown in crisis about this whole doctoral program and my entire life. That's what we're gonna call it. Okay.
Oh yeah. It was very much a little breakdown. But hey, we're here now.
All right.
But by the way, real quick, I do note on IMDb they do have pictures for the first 3 episodes. The first one shows Mariner being scared by Rutherford in some kind of freaky shadow. The second episode shows Tendi with her Orion crew. So she's at least 2 episodes before she's back. And then the third episode shows Ransom with his shirt unbuttoned with his hand on Foibler's shoulder. So, and then everything else is just the poster for season 5.
I might get that one.
Yeah.
I love a good poster.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. Do we have the sign off?
The sign off?
Are we ready to sign off?
Oh yeah. I thought that was like an actual. Okay.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Good night.
Remember to like, share, comment. Let us know your thoughts, and we'll talk to you next week as we review the first 2 episodes of season 5 of Lower Deck. So, good night, everybody. Live long.
Wait, Jason, on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you being right now? I gotta know.
I'm serious, dude. You got
like 10 out of 10 serious, or picking on Michael serious? Which one?
There is no temperature in space. It's not cold.
What are you serious?
Okay, wait.
Who is? Oh dear God! It just got better.
You said his name.
Welcome to the party, Michael.
No, that is not how we're going to end the episode because Keith actually has like a legitimate news update. He knows shit, and we should possibly like convey that knowledge.
That's my favorite line. He knows shit.
It's just like a black and red mound. It's like.
Why are you describing yourself?
What the hell?
Hello from
Hey, Virgil.
Hey,
Virgil.
Welcome.
Hello, Virgil. Welcome. Who are you?
Who?